Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE World Cup. We are here for our second of two matches and the second round of matches in Group C. This one is Mexico versus Puerto Rico, live from Tennessee. And here is our opening match of the evening as Primo takes on Rey Mysterio Jr. This could end up being a pretty one-sided night, to be honest. This could be one of our shortest episodes, although I might be a little bit harsh, you never know. So of course Primo starting things off against Rey Mysterio. Then we're also going to have Epico versus Pentagon. And then Carlito versus Eddie Guerrero. On paper, I would struggle to see how this one is not going to end 5-0. Germany hammered Puerto Rico 4-1. Of course, only because of the cheeky, sneaky victory by Alexander Wolf. Obviously via count-out. By Epico. It was very clever that by Epico, actually. Very clever, but it did end up in the really matter in the end. I suppose at least it means the team's not going to finish on 0 points at the end, because see, tonight is massive. If Mexico hammer, if they hammer Puerto Rico here, the group is done. The group is done. It's literally just between Mexico and Germany to fight out for second and first place. Samoa has Puerto Rico last. Which if they do get 5 points, they still can't overtake Germany. Because of Germany's dominant performance yesterday. So yeah, basically Samoa are just hoping for a really dominant performance here by Puerto Rico. I just don't think it's going to happen. But like I say, yeah, strong performance for Team Mexico will see them guarantee their place in the next round. I think all the, at the moment, Group A and Group B are going to the last matches. Group C, like I said, could be done here and there. Group D is still very much up in the air. Of course, that's our next round of matches coming up for you. That is going to be, after this episode, next episode will be Canada versus Tonga. And then after that will be the last of the matches for the second round of matches. And that is Ireland versus South Africa. Then we head back into Group A for USA versus Scotland and Europe versus New Zealand. Again, two very important matches to see how it is going to move forward. New Zealand looking very, very strong now in Group A. The bell goes, we are underway, and Rey Mysterio catching Primo straight away with that DDT. So, you know, this one could be a little bit iffy here for Puerto Rico. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Epico and Primo on this game are not actually as low rated as you think they should be. Well, not necessarily what they think they should be, because they have been better recently. I think since they've gone for this heel, a bit more down and dirty style, they have become a bit more of an authentic, a bit more of a realistic tag team. But still, I think both of them on this game are rated 77, which is not bad in the grand scheme of things, to be honest with you. But I think Rey is rated about 86 on this game at the moment. So it should be an easy win for him, to be honest. But we've had some crazy, crazy things happen so far, so why couldn't it happen here again this evening? As Rey now, oh, Hurricanrana to the kneeling Primo, banging him face first into the mat. Rey now willing Primo back up to his feet. Springs over, nicely takes him down. Seated senton. Rey reverse Rana now on Primo. Compressing the spine. Primo taking Rey down there now, trying to get back into it, but I just feel like Rey might just be too good for Primo here. I just think this can be just a bit too much. We know Rey is the biggest underdog in wrestling. He's defeated Samoa Joe in the first matchup that Mexico had against Samoa, which was a big win, actually, when you think about it, grand scheme of things. That's Hurricanrana, and Primo starting to take some control in this match now. Like I said, our last set of matches for Group C is going to be Samoa versus Puerto Rico and Mexico versus Germany. So a strong performance here for Mexico would mean that Mexico versus Germany would effectively decide who finishes top of the group and who finishes second in the group, which is pretty cool. Primo sending Rey. Oh, over the top, maybe looking for trying to get the same victory that his brother Epico did in the previous match, but Rey saw it coming, took him down, another seated senton, followed by a big splash to the middle rope as well. And that's the thing with Rey, he can just turn the match round on a sixpence because of his speed, his pace and his agility. Just able to do this. Dropping the double legs into the pelvic region, should we say, of Primo. Springs off the ropes once again. Driving him face first into the mat with a Hurricanrana kick in the back. As Rey now heads up to the top turnbuckle. Rey. Another big splash on Primo. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. But I can feel it coming for Rey. He's taking control. He's turning the screw. Springboard frog splash. Into the pin. 1, 2. And 3. And Rey Mysterio does make short work of Primo. It wasn't the most outstanding match in the world, but it does get Mexico the opening point of the evening and makes it 1-0. Like I said, this could be a much shorter episode due to the quality that Mexico has. Primo going to offer a handshake. And it is reciprocated by Rey Mysterio. So that's the problem with the Universe mode this year, is that every single cutscene is more or less exactly the same. So we just see this handshake one over and over and over and over again. And on the rare occasions we've seen the attack afterwards, but it needs more variation. And here is our second match of the evening as Epico Colon takes on Pentagon Jr. Now, Pentagon, the only man in the Mexican squad so far not to have a victory to his name. Of course, he lost in the previous one to Umaga. Not just lost, he was pretty much dominated, to be honest with you. So he'll be hoping to turn that around here this evening. He wants to get his first win for Team Mexico. And he's not going to get a better chance, I think, than against Epico, really, is he? Epico, though, was the only man in the Puerto Rico team to pick up a win so far. He, like I said, defeated Alexander Wolf by countout. Nice little cheeky maneuver there he played. Just dragging him around, smashing him about the outside, threw him into the ring post, and allowed him to get counted out to get the win. It was cheeky, but it got Puerto Rico the point, which is all that matters to Epico and, well, to Primo and Carlito as well, I should imagine. As long as they get the point, they are not bothered how it comes about. So, this should be a good one again. Maybe a little bit more even. I don't know, Pentagon is pretty ruthless, to be honest with you. Pentagon could destroy Epico here if he wants to. And that's a good thing. I don't think you want to finish the match too quick. I think you do, if you have the control, maybe want to toy with your opponent a while, cause some more damage, because then it weakens them up for the 6-man tag later on in the evening. Here he comes. Pentagon Jr. Penta el Zero Miedo. Which I think means... Oh, I think Zero Miedo means zero fear. Yeah. And this whole thing with Pentagon Jr. Essentially, I don't think he's... Yeah, I might be completely wrong here. I'm just going to punt something out here, and I think I might be right, but I'm not 100% sure. And the way that it works in Mexico is they have certain wrestlers, like have Pentagon, who was a big wrestler years ago. And when Pentagon comes towards the end of his career, they bring in another character. With Mexico, it was about characters rather than about actual individual people. So... Oh, that's not clever there by Epico. He's just got under the skin of Pentagon. That could backfire. So yeah, it's all about characters in Mexico rather than individual people. So they will keep a character on, and sometimes if that person playing the character gets injured, they'll replace him with somebody else. So essentially, Pentagon Jr. was supposed to be a newer version of Pentagon. A fresher, younger version. I believe that's how it works anyway. There was quite a few of them. I don't know what it was called Pentagon for, though. I seem to recall watching it years ago. I did go for a spate to try to watch AAA, but then I realised it's not actually... Like, I love Mexican wrestling, but I don't like Mexican wrestling, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love Lucha Underground. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think AAA just don't do things very well, maybe. They're not very professional how they do. I don't know. I've maybe just been a bit harsh, but like New Japan, I absolutely love watching New Japan. It's fantastic. AAA, they have some good matches, they have some bad matches. Mexican wrestling or Lucha Libre style wrestling is very tricky to pull off. There's a lot of risk involved. You really have to be incredibly good to pull it off. People like Phoenix and Drago and Pentagon, some of the maneuvers they pull off are unthought of by some people and be far too dangerous to try, but they get away with it. They do it and they do it and they do it and they get away with it, but there are going to be some issues sometimes, and Epico's going for this again, you know. Demolishing Pentagon on the outside. Straight into the barricade. Referee up now to 9. Epico, he's going to do it. He's going to do it again. Epico, he's pulled the same trick. Holy crap, Epico's pulled the same trick 2 matches in a row. And it's bloody worked for him. Epico, well done, man. Take a bow. Again, I was not expecting that. And it also means that not only is Epico the only man to get points for Puerto Rico, 2 now in this case, he's all Pentagon's also the only person not to get a single point for Mexico. Wow, Epico. Great intelligence being shown here once again by him. He's got a better win-loss ratio than Pentagon. He's got a better win-loss ratio than Falatio? Better win-loss ratio than quite a lot of people. But that was an interesting decision by Epico, and he pulled it off. How on earth he's pulled it off, I've got no idea, but there you go. And here is our third and final of the singles matches now then. Very interesting with that win by Epico, but this one is Eddie Guerrero versus Carlito. I can't help but think that point for Epico might be a consolation. However, has that... will that leave... Will that leave Samoa a chance? Probably not. Well, Samoa are currently on 2 points. They would need... Right, it's a lot for Samoa. They would need Mexico to drop another point here today. And then lose 5-0 to Germany. That's a lot to ask. It is a lot to ask. It's possible, though. It's mathematically possible. But if Carlito gets a win here and they win the triple threat, all of a sudden, this is back wide open again. But I feel like Samoa are a bit too far behind. And I dare say Puerto Rico will not win this one 4-1. I'd be surprised, but then again, I've been surprised already in this competition a few times. Epico getting 2 wins in 2 matches was something I never thought I would ever say. It really wasn't, but there you go. Stranger things have happened in the world. And here we go then. Carlito Colon. 1 match so far, 1 loss against Walter, who put him to sleep, essentially. I think he put him to sleep twice, I think. He put him to sleep in the 6-man tag as well, I think. I can't remember. I've recorded a lot now. I've recorded so much content. So I'm going away on holiday, so I'm... at this point where you're watching this, I am actually on holiday already. About a week into my holiday now, so... At the moment, while I'm trying to record as many episodes as I possibly can to make sure that I can still put this up while I'm away on holiday. Just with my holiday and everything, it's my holiday. With moving house and everything, it sort of put me back behind a little bit. But I think I'm doing pretty well, actually. I'm getting far ahead, I think. I think I've still got quite a bit to do, to be honest. As of me recording this, I go away in 8 days. So you can tell how far I'm ahead. But I've still got a lot to record. A lot to record, because I want to get a few things done for early July, so I haven't got to rush around too much as well. So, yeah, there's a lot going on at the moment. But we can do it. We can get by. I'm enjoying this so much that I don't mind doing it. That's the thing. Carlito sends Eddie. No, he brings him back into a big knee strike in the face. Wow. Could have knocked Eddie out there. Carlito brings Eddie back up and slaps him. That's not going to go down well by Eddie Guerrero. But Carlito still in control. Now on paper this one is pretty one-sided. Carlito being an 84 and I think Eddie's a 91. So there's a big 7 stat swing in this one. I would be surprised if Carlito could hold Eddie off too long. Nice Lucha Libre style arm drag takedown. But Carlito back into it. Taking Eddie up on his shoulders. Rolling him through. Don't look like much of a move that, but you think you're not only dropping your opponent down, but you're actually piling your entire body weight onto them as well. Nice frog splash there by Carlito, but I think he did a lot of damage to himself in the process. Springs off the ropes into a drop kick to the back of the head of Eddie. Carlito brings Eddie back up to his feet, and Samoa are hoping so much for Carlito to get the win here. Just to try and keep this group open for themselves. Eddie kicking away at the leg of Carlito. But again, Carlito just catches him. Nice stiff forearm, and Eddie now springboard drop kick. Taking Carlito down. There's the pin. Only a 1 count. Well, not even a 1 count. Carlito's foot was too close to the rope, I think. Carlito now single-legged Boston Crab on Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie fights him free. Kicking Carlito out the way. Eddie brings Carlito back up, but Carlito with a stiff right hand in the gut. Into a stone cold stunner by Carlito. Nice. That was stone cold. Eddie slowly gets back up to his feet. Carlito catching Eddie with a right hand. Nice strike in the back there by Carlito. Dropping a boot in the back of the head of Eddie now as well. As Carlito taking a page from Epico's book here. Maybe looking for a count-out win as well. But Eddie fighting back on Carlito. Reverse DDT. I don't think Eddie's going to want to win this by count-out. I think he'll want to go legit Eddie. Nice stiff right hand in the gutter now. Oh, nice Saito suplex taking down Carlito. I can't see what the ref's up there. I think it's like a 7 I think he was up to there. As Eddie throws Carlito back in the ring. Looking for the pin. Once again, pretty close to the ropes, but referee is going to allow it after taking about 15 years to actually get down and try and count it. Nice boot in the back there by Eddie, who's back over the middle rope. Went for the senton, and Carlito rolled out the way. Carlito now stalking Eddie. There's the backstabber by Carlito, and Eddie, there's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Eddie kicked out. Carlito almost causing a stir here. Samoan hearts just dropped when Eddie kicked out of that. Nice drop kick by Carlito. And an elbow drop as well. Eddie now drops into the pin on Carlito. 1. Only a 1 count. Nice strike in the back by Eddie. We're now going to head up to the top rope. Nice corkscrew senton. Of course, we know Eddie will be looking to try and hit the frog splash at some point. His signal of appreciation to his former tag team partner, Art Barr, of course. That frog splash. Art Barr's frog splash was crazy. It was a hell of a frog splash that was. Carlito. Oh, what a boot by Carlito to the side of the face of Eddie Guerrero. He's rocked from that Eddie. Carlito drags Eddie from the corner. There's the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. And you'd be thinking to yourself here, though, if if Puerto Rico do manage to pull an extra point out of this match, Samoa must be sat at home wondering how the hell they couldn't. It's like they pulled 1 point out of this. That was it, Samoa. And you think that the people they've got, you would have thought Samoa would have had a much better time, wouldn't you? Nice knee strike in the Nice knee strike in the face there by Eddie. Pin on Carlito, earning it for a 1 count. Eddie going for the drop kick to the back of the head of Carlito. Carlito avoided it. Nice right hand into another backstabber by Carlito into the pin. 1, 2, and oh, it's only a 2. I was convinced that was a 3. Carlito must be wondering what the hell he has to do to win this one. He's popped up with that backstabber twice now on Carlito. Nice drop kick to the knee by Eddie. He takes Carlito up into a suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Second, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Looking for a trifecta of suplexes. The 3 amigos. And now look where Carlito is placed. Eddie might be a bit close here to Carlito. Nope, he hits it. There's the frog splash. There's the pin. And there is the 3 count. Eddie Guerrero gets the point after it looked like he was going to struggle. I can't believe Pentagon lost. I really can't. But it's 2-1 on the night now to Team Mexico over Team Puerto Rico with just the 6-man tag left to come. Eddie showing a gratitude and respect there to Carlito, and Carlito accepts it. Great respect shown by both these guys. Well done. And here it is in the 6-man tag to finish off the night. It's currently 2-1 to Mexico, but it's all up for grabs in this match here. Epico, Primo, and Carlito take on Rey Mysterio, Pentagon, and Eddie Guerrero. Now in this style of match, I do feel like, although on paper Team Mexico is a lot stronger, in theory, Team Puerto Rico, of course, you've got Epico and Primo being brothers, you've got their cousin Carlito. It means that we do have some cohesion between those two. So that could help them out. Just that tag team ability, they know each other, they've tagged together for years. So it might just be an advantage for them. Of course, this is 6-man tag, so it's not a tag, it's tornado, so it doesn't necessarily make it as good as it could be for them. But still, I feel like just that experience might help them out a bit. Definitely. As Carlito, he's disappointed with that loss against Eddie Guerrero, but still looking pretty confident. They've got to try and be confident. I'm sure Samoa somewhere are hoping to God that this match goes the way of Puerto Rico. Because if it does, is it still possible for Samoa at this point in time? Right. So Mexico are on 6. And Samoa's on 2. So Mexico, if they win this one, Mexico will be an 8. So literally this match, if Mexico win this match now, this 6-man tag, Mexico will qualify and Germany have already qualified, of course. If Puerto Rico win this, then Samoa are still in it by the skin of their teeth. But Samoa would have to beat Puerto Rico 5-0 and hope that Germany beats Team Mexico 5-0, which is very unlikely, I feel. Here we go then. Team Mexico make their way back down to the ring. Eddie in the front, Pentagon Jr. in the middle, and Rey Mysterio bringing up the rear. What a weird entrance this is, eh? This is the Freebirds entrance, but I thought it worked okay apart from... See, it works fine for Eddie, it works fine for Rey, but it's just Pentagon in the middle just strutting around the place, which doesn't look right. But I wanted to try and use some different entrances because I didn't want the same entrance over and over again, and there's not a lot of choice in 6-man tag. So we had to go with what we had the choices with, I suppose. Either way, it's Team Mexico versus Team Puerto Rico in what is an incredibly important match in this group. This match is essentially make or break. will Mexico pull it off, and will they guarantee their place in the knockout stages with a game to spare? Of course, they'll be facing off against either... It looks like either Canada, Tonga, or Ireland to stay, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like South Africa's going to do too much. They got hammered 5-0 by Tonga, who looked fantastic, I must say. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. We'll find out, I suppose, won't we? We've got Canada versus Tonga as our next episode. So that's going to be a really important episode, that one. And then we've also got then Ireland versus South Africa, which is again going to be a very interesting match as well. Can Ireland pull off the same result that Tonga did? If they do, then all of a sudden that win for Tonga doesn't seem as impressive if everyone else can do it as well. Right, now I forgot which one's Epico and which one's... See, one wears trunks, one wears shorts. I should have worked this out by now. I think that's... I think Primo's the one with the beard, and Epico's the one without the beard. So Epico's in trunks, Primo's in shorts. And Carlito's the one with the afro. As Pentagon now, he's the only man not to get a point for Mexico so far in a singles match. But he's looking like he's a very good man in this match, to be honest with you. He's dominated so far. He's been in control until he got caught here by Epico. Now front chancery on Pentagon into a neck breaker as Eddie drop into the ground and trying to get a little bit of, well, you know, lie, cheat and steal as you do with Eddie. Primo and Carlito, they're hammering Eddie Guerrero. And now Carlito taking Rey out as well. All of a sudden it's 3-on-1 in the ring. Although Carlito now going to go to the outside to try and work over Rey a bit more. Pentagon there to break up the pin by Epico on Eddie Guerrero. Nice right hand by Pentagon. All of a sudden, now it's only Eddie and Epico in the ring. Eddie with a gory special. But Mexico are in charge on the outside. Primo avoids, or Epico, sorry, avoids the over-the-top senton on the quesadilla. Quesadilla? I don't know if I'm going to get that right. Let's figure quesadillas, or I do like quesadillas. I'm a big fan of quesadillas. I'm bloody tired. It's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm bloody tired. I've got no beers left either. It's terrible. What kind of a world do we live in? Where a man has no beer. Oh, what a knee strike that was by Carlito. Pentagon now just driving Carlito headfirst into the mat. Now Pentagon stalking Carlito but gets caught out by Primo, I think. Nice brain bust there on Pentagon. Snap suplex. In comes Rey Mysterio to try and even the numbers back up, but not working, not enough. As now locked into the submission here, Rey. Single leg Boston Crab. And Team Puerto Rico are looking pretty good. Like I said, working together as a team. That's what Mexico need to do a bit more of. Pentagon, oh. Gorilla press on Epico. As Rey takes Carlito down. Pentagon stalking Carlito. And there we go, that poor communication. Pentagon was looking to hit his finisher on Carlito, but poor communication with Rey meant that Rey went flying into him. What a neck breaker that was by Carlito. And now Pentagon taking Carlito on his shoulders. Carlito slides free, but it's 3-on-1 middle of the ring. There's a pin here by Primo. And there for a 1 count. As Rey slowly back up to his feet now. Big DDT by Epico. As Rey looking to get a Hurricanrana on Carlito, which he does. Give him that. Nice backdrop there. Keeps the grip. Another better German suplex. Rey with a pin though. On Epico wasn't enough. Primo wasn't paying much attention because he was involved in his own bit of offense. Suplex by Eddie. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Second, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. 3 amigos by Eddie Guerrero. Eddie also looking for that DDT on Carlito, but Carlito reversed it into a Northern Light suplex. And the Colognes are in control once again. Nice knee drop there by Carlito. The need to finish off Eddie while they get the chance. Primo stalking. What does he have in the locker? A backstabber. Can they get the pin though? Pentagon and Rey are both down. There is the pin. Wow. What happened there? I think again just poor communication. I think all of them tried to jump on top of him at the same time and it really went bad there. They just got a bit stuck on each other's feet. All desperate to get the pin. Backstabber there by Carlito on Pentagon. There's the pin. 1, 2. Eddie didn't see it. And there's the win. Team Puerto Rico get the win. Wow. Wow, that has just changed things now. Team Puerto Rico win the episode. How on earth is that? So Team Puerto Rico win the episode. Now this is where my head goes crazy now. I've got to try and work out. I've got to try and work out how the table's going to look at the end of this. But it's going to be a bit more open than we expected. And Team Puerto Rico, all of a sudden, I've got some decent points. Team Puerto Rico, all of a sudden, I think are actually... Yeah, Team Puerto Rico are off the bottom of the table. Okay, let's have a look at this then. So, top of the group is going to be Team Germany on 8 points. Second is Team Mexico on 6. Third, Team Puerto Rico on 4. And bottom of the group is Team Samoa on 2. So one more time. Bottom, Team Samoa on 2. Third, Team Puerto Rico on 4. Second, Team Mexico on 6. And top of the group, Team Germany on 8. So essentially, Team Germany are through no matter what. And are in a pretty good position to win the group and get an easier match in the second round. And it's between Team Mexico, Puerto Rico, and on an off chance, Samoa for that second knockout place. But for that second knockout place to be available to Samoa, Germany would need to beat Mexico 5-0, which I would have said was impossible. But after tonight's performance, you never know, do you really? But there we go. That is the end of this video. Hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do slap a like and, of course, subscribe if you're not already and you want to see some more of this content. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.